So we've got match 2, Shinzo Abe Memorial Team versus Bigweld Fan Club official. I like both of these team names, holy.
That is crazy. Yeah, let's take a peep here. Look at what's going on. So the map appears to be process. I don't know if they're gonna change it to something else or if these teams are playing process. Um,
How does process rank in terms of your favorite maps? Do you like process?
you don't want to ask me that. I hate process.
I'm also not a big fan. But
I
10
think
years
I
does.
definitely agree that it's a good map to teach beginners because it is very straightforward. And especially when you're still learning a format in a game, especially since we've already talked about like all the different nuances and details of TF2 and sixes. You want a very basic, straightforward map without too many edges on it that just kind of eases that experience, I think.
Yeah.
But as a result, especially when everyone knows the map quite well, I think it plays kind of blandly. Um, there isn't as much on it to keep things interesting as there are on other maps, in my opinion, at least. I know there's plenty of people who love process. It still gets played all the time,
Yeah.
pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, I think nobody sleeps on its place in Comp TF2. I mean, it's a good map, but definitely you play the same map for 10 years, it gets a bit stale. So,
Mhm.
who's on next? It's on the screen right now.
Yeah,
Someone in chat is
true.
asking. Should we run through the rosters real fast?
The rosters were right there, and then I
Yeah, now
missed
they're
it.
gone.
Uh-oh. I'm sure we can pull that back up. Yeah, there we
Yeah, here we
go.
go.
So yeah, looking like Bigweld Fan Club. We got Boat and Wendell on Scouts, Perplex and Chasm Soldiers, Big Flasher Demo, and Gerben Medic.
On the Shinzo Abe Memorial Team, we've got Isaac and Blue Shane on Scout, E2, E8 on Soldier, and Norman as well. Compacted Ohio 21
Oh
on
my
Demo,
god.
and Sword 101 on Medic. God, I love these aliases.
I don't
This is
know
so good.
I don't know which demo alias I like more between Big Flasher and Compacted Ohio 21.
How do you? That's like an Xbox Live, uh,
I like an
like alias.
auto-generated
Yeah.
yeah, for real.
Oh
Man,
my
some
god.
players they get some nice aliases. You have like a mix because you have the ones that are just like, oh, it's like a meme from like 6 months ago because they're like 15. And then you have others that are like, how did you even come up with something like that? Like it's unlike it does not have the same aura as any other alias you've ever seen before.
Yeah, I know.
So these are their Discord aliases. They might be going by something else in game. I'm just going to be using whatever it is in game, truthfully, just because that's what I can like read in the moment and
Yeah.
say. Except I might make a point to call Compacted Ohio Compacted Ohio. We'll see. A lot of syllables to that.
Just Ohio.
So we are actually on Clearcut now,
Oh yeah.
which is a Koth map, completely different game mode to 5CP. So in 6v6 TF2, we play two different game modes. We play 5CP, as you just saw, and we also play Koth. So why don't we give a quick rundown of kind of what the objectives are, how the game mode works.
Yeah, of course. So obviously in 5CP, you've got 5 control points in King of the Hill. Clearly there's just one. This works. There's a couple of other Koth maps in the pool, but on this one, there's a lot of fantastic soldier bombs. The skybox is super high. So that's kind of how the gameplay works on this map. But in general, it's always fun to see on Koth just how it's a little more DM focused, less about, kind of the movement holding of the chokes, which I can appreciate. Showcase more individual skill and just pure fragging talent.
Yeah, so also the kind of fight to fight objectives change quite a bit. Where
Yeah.
in 5CP, you can just quickly get around off a mid to last, we call it, where you win a mid so confidently, you kill their medic, your medic survives, that you are able to get on second and capture second quick enough that you have Uber charge and Uber charge add into last,
Indeed.
and you convert that into a round. There really isn't an equivalent here in COD. You can full wipe a team, have everyone on your team survive, and it will earn you as much time as you could get with no one dying, but instead you have really good pressure on the point and then deny their pressure very well for 40 seconds or so.
Right.
So there's multiple ways to achieve that same goal. And as a result, sometimes Koth rounds can really like slip out from under you because you can be winning fights
Mm-hmm.
very confidently. So it feels like you have a strong advantage, but if the other team's just really good about denying pressure and holding that point for a long time, then in that downtime where there's not much happening, even if you are winning these fights, like they might still be ticking that clock down better than you.
Yeah.
So it's definitely very centralized around that timer and around having control of that point.
And to add to that, of course, Ubers are huge because honestly, one of the most important, portions of the game mode is that being invincible and winning yourself or your team a fight can like accumulate the equivalent of maybe 30-40 seconds. So the difference of one Uber in the game, like one drop versus 0, is quite large. Like usually is the difference in many games in high level.
And especially if the other team is, so I'm gonna probably point this out as well, because it's surely gonna happen at some point. If the other team's not super on top of what the state of Ubers are,
Mm-hmm.
and their medic is positioned too far forward, then if you have that ad and have that Uber, you can just use in, kill their medic. Any other kills you get are really just bonus, but just accessories to that. Kill their med, back up, and suddenly not only do you still have ad, not only did you push that ad envelope kind of down the road where it's going to come into play later, but you've also just ticked the clock further down. So let's say 2 minutes left, you do that, suddenly you're in a similar state of affairs
Mm-hmm.
like 40 seconds later on.
Yeah.
So you can really burn down time doing that and just rinse and repeat that play as well. So yeah, if you're not on top of your positioning when the other team has that Uber, then you can really get stuck in the whirlwind.
Did you predict for this match? Yeah, go ahead and so for everyone in chat, go ahead and predict right now before we get started. Obviously, Shinzo Abe Memorial Team is gonna have the the team name like initial diff,
team
but
name buff.
yeah.
I don't know. I really like what was it, Bigweld?
Bigweld fan club.
Bigweld is just, I like how it's one word too, Bigweld. That could just be some brand I'm unfamiliar with, but I don't know, it's funny.
Big welding. Yeah, I don't know anything, but I'm excited to see some TF2. I'm gonna put my points, my money on Big Weld fan club. Just you always gotta take the value bet.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't bet too much because I'm really liking this 76-24 that's going on. I might be looking to get some channel points here from Optimistic Dude.
Shouldn't fix the odds. Can you see the history? I don't know how this works.
Really? I had no idea. I just look at like the top
I don't
better.
have permission.
Oh, neither do I, and I'm a moderator.
Ooh. Yeah, we can't see. Big Weld jobs in the movie. I don't know.
So I can call out everyone. Math dropping 2K on Shinzo Abe.
Math is a huge Japan supporter, clearly.
Yeah, for real. Oh, and oh my god, we got VO dumping on Bigweld as well. So definitely,
okay.
it's not his team. Okay.
Dude, I would love to know I know it's hard to find out, but if we can find out who the coaches are, I'm always
Yeah,
excited to
true.
see. Oh,
Okay.
Luigi team for Bigweld, for those who can't hear our producer.
Slav for
Slav?
okay.
Okay. I'm not familiar. So Slav for Shinzo Abe.
I
But
don't Slav. I know.
I'm familiar with
I
them
know
as a
like the
coach.
profile picture as well. Yeah, they've been like coaching around. I think I've played on a Jaguar team or two before.
Okay.
I'm unsure.
We've only got 11 in the server, so what's your score
True.
prediction? This is a classic. You
Yes.
gotta say your piece about 4-2, you know.
I don't know. I just always predict 4-2 because it feels like, so imagine a bell curve, right? Where on the very edges is like very red dominant and blue dominant,
Mm-hmm.
and more neutral is in the middle.
So
So I'm thinking like honestly within like a standard deviation of the mean is just a 4-2. I don't know
yeah.
why, I can't explain it, but
No,
from
yeah,
like
it's the
any variety of Koth games, I just feel like a plurality of them are 4-2. You have close 4-2s, you have rolls that are 4-2.
yeah.
It just always feels like a Koth is a 4-2, so I always predict 4-2. I'm
Yeah,
just
it's
playing
like the
the odds.
7 of dice rolling, you know. I think that's what you're after. Just the most likely outcome. I wish maybe I could put some numbers to that someday.
Yeah, we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if there was an overrepresentation of 4-0s, just because you're not guaranteed to have evenly matched teams
It's
by
true.
any stretch. I'm trying to think of Koth matches I've played. I don't know if Grand Finals was we did play against you. Which man, that was season 10. You guys did run engineer? We used to run engineer. What team? I'm pulling up RGL now.
It was
I'm
it was
curious.
I think it was season
Was it season
9.
8?
Season 8, we were Bikini Bottom Brawlers.
That's right.
Oh,
Was
okay.
was Strom on your team? Was that the person on NG?
No, no, no. Antlers was on our team, and it was Skull, George Piston, RPC, and me.
See, that was a 4-2, would you believe? Who knew? Okay. Oh, and you rang Mur as well. It's crazy.
I don't think I've played since the single digit seasons. For real.
Holy.
Oh, you did play last season as a sub, though.
Subbing doesn't count as playing
Okay, that's true.
in my book. Because I can sub forever and play like one match every 2 months. That doesn't really count.
As long as you pay up and get that badge, that counts.
Dude, I can't pay up anymore. I'm perma paid up.
Perma paid. Oh my god. The
Because
perks.
I can't make a transaction from my PayPal to my PayPal.
That makes sense.
It doesn't everyone should know, I thought.
Yeah, everyone should know that I'm sitting beside the new owner of RGL.gg.
Indeed. It's an honor.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean if that's the case then and you're perma paid up, then all you have to do is like play hundreds of lifetimes of seasons and then RGL will have paid for itself.
Yeah, true.
That's pretty crazy.
Wait, let me. Well, how much is advanced? How much is invite?
Advanced was like $35, I think.
Invite is 45 or 55.
I have no idea. I ask Steve. He's an
Yeah,
invite player.
it would only take 428 seasons for me to make my money back.
Hell yeah.
That's 100 years or more. 135 years. Oh my god. Well, we'll see. I'll do my best.
All right. So we are still. I bet we're waiting on another ringer on red. I have no idea. I mean, this is kind of just the nature of how it goes. You want to be very welcoming. Welcoming is the wrong word because it's welcoming regardless, but you want to be very accessible for new players. So as a result, uh, there's going to be some concessions is also not the right word, but casual is not the right word. Maybe there isn't the right word. It's going to be less organized and rigid as a result, just by being more available to people. Which I think it has its place for sure. Because
In
there's
what
people
context?
here
Sorry.
that just in relevant to just constantly needing ringers and
Oh yeah,
things getting kind of put together.
yeah.
Oh, so we're actually doing a quick little team captain interview.
Or coach interview.
Coach, yes, interview.
Which is it? Fireside Discord.
All right, I'm on the way there now.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing quite
Good.
well.
I've had a good day. What about you? How are you?
Doing well. I think my team's doing well as well. There's some scuffage, of course, as there always is, but um, looks like they know their stuff. They did pretty well on process, and they're looking to do pretty well on clear cut.
So
Very
how
nice.
confident are you?
Well, we do have. I'm confident. I'm confident.
I guess
Okay,
the real
okay.
question is
Sorry,
how
sorry
many
for
channel
doubting.
points do you have on this riding on this right now?
Oh,
Yeah.
I predicted full Bigweld fan club. Let me figure out how many I got here.
Who came up? What's the origin of the team name? That's what I want to know.
Well, our good friend Luigi, you may know him, decided that was a funny name and suggested
it was
it,
your
and the
choice?
rest of the team was like, "Oh my gosh, that's a great name."
What does it mean? What is Bigweld?
He's a character from Robots, the movie.
Oh, okay.
He's a round,
Okay.
rotund robot who
I
invents
have
things.
watched that movie as a child, and that was
Oh,
And by the
this
way,
guy. Yeah.
I want to clarify, it's not just some random Bigweld fan club. It's the official Bigweld fan club.
Right.
Okay?
Sorry.
It's massive importance there.
So I guess we can talk a little bit just about the coaching experience. Actually, teams
getting
are
into it.
readying up. I think we only got the name origin interview, unfortunately, because we are going live.
Rumpus. Or Luigi. Thank you, Luigi. Bye.
Yeah, I appreciate the quick little interview there. So some lore on the Big World Fan Club name, I suppose. So we are looking here at the first mid of this match between Shinzo Abe Memorial, I believe, and Bigweld Fan Club. Look like both teams just exchanging some spam here. Cookie Genius getting aggressive on the house, but will get punished for a boat, just putting them down. And Jorenzo going down as well. So down a scout and a soldier. Surely opportunity to capture the point here for the red team. Ooh. Wake up, getting quite deep. Ooh, the bomb in from Little Boy gets E2, E8. Oh, and the fadeaway rocket kills the demo as well. That's, I believe, Compacted Ohio going down, unfortunately. You hate to see it. Or was Compacted Ohio... They were Bigweld, weren't they?
Yeah. So that's the Squares demo.
Yeah.
Oh my. And Bloop is the other one?
Bloop was, like, Flasher, something like that. I don't recall exactly. So we are seeing Blue starting to take some space here. Trying to bomb on a Little Boy. Uber gets popped. No counter pop quite yet. They get a pick. Uber does get popped in return from Gerben here. So much better Uber here for Red. Although, these blue players just on height are causing a lot of havoc. Down 3 for Red is just Little Boy and Gerben alive. Cookie Genius trying to get in on the med, taking the 1v1 here. Gerben is in a bad spot here, will go down. So, what was looking like a much better Uber for Red, Shinzo Abe were just able to take better positioning and as a result win that fight despite having that worse Uber. And now it's going to be about 40 ad for Blue to work with. They have control of the point. And I was going to say, I heard a lock and load. And then, oh my god,
This guy's your
Compacted
favorite
Ohio
guy
was
ever.
in... This man was in yard, spammed onto the point from over the fence, over bats, and just two-piped the enemy demo.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Hold on. Get...
He was in yard. He did not have vision on that demo that he just killed.
What in the world? I want a replay on that. Someone clip it.
I hope that got caught, but there's no way you can like see that coming, unfortunately. So off that, they're just pressuring the point real hard. Looks like they will be getting it here. Oh, bomb in
drop.
from Little Boy, just gets the drop. Cookie Genius unable to use in time. Counter aggression from Blue. They are angry. They want something done. Cookie Genius in from the back door, getting good damage on the Gerben. Does get the force actually before the Freedom Staff bonks them.
Oh, I love that weapon. I love the kill feed icon. Here comes
Freedom Staff is Greg
the
Club.
scout from the rear. Gonna fight Mr.
yeah.
Square demo and Gerben. Gerben goes down.
Kills the med. Yeah, no one with the med there, unfortunately. Wow. So now it's going to be ad for Blue, and without heals here, it's going to be very difficult for Red to contest this point. They did burn some good time. They have about a minute advantage on the clock to work with. Little Boy actually going down. Yeah, so it's pretty much certainly wraps here for the Red team. So we'll see. 2 minutes remaining on Blue's clock here. And yeah, just up to Red to try and approach, take this point, make something happen. Looks like everyone's getting healed. Little Boy has rolled out. And yeah, we'll see. Looks like they're opting to go through Killbox here. We'll just be getting through. Gerben a little bit slow here. And Greg Club actually, first one to bomb in, eats a ton of damage, but gets a pick actually on Cookie Genius and does survive. So definitely gets them an opportunity to pressure the cap. And another pick is really great. So keep in mind too, this is ad for Blue, and they do have this Uber, but down two, it's kind of scary to want to pop this Uber here. Gerben could potentially be caught, and Uber does get popped. They're trying to clean Wake Up. They do get that scout pick.
Might get the
Are they
point
getting
here.
more? I don't think they're getting any more.
Yeah,
Now
good
Cookie
traps from
Genius does get a
Compacted
pick
Ohio.
on the heights. Does get cleaned up though with Greg Club.
Yeah, Greg is just raining down.
Ooh, but Jorinzo's in a nice spot here on the other team's house, trying to bomb in on the Greg Club. Does trade out. Classic little soldier trade there. Down two for both teams, but Red has control of the point right now. So clock is ticking down in their favor. Boat does go down, so they are at here for Blue to work with. Looks like Scout's trying to pressure point. Both Scouts actually just trying to get some cap time here. Pressure point. Committing onto the demo actually. Cookie Genius. Ooh, other Scout goes down.
No use required yet,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
they totally could
is
take it into
ad.
them if they
Yeah, this
felt
is
like
definitely one of those situations. They could just be popping that Uber, bombing that demo in, catching that medic.
it. Yeah, here they go.
See if they recognize that. They do pop the Uber. No bomb. It looks like
Pocket Scout's gonna go down, and
yeah.
they're not gonna get too much. There's
Kinda
just a
just-
soldier behind.
the Uber to stand on point.
Oh,
Ooh.
the soldier's gonna live behind with 30.
Yeah, surviving or winning the 1v1 rather. So down two now for Red with a Blue player behind. This is a very scary situation, especially on top of that. Their medic has Uber. Uber gets popped. So it looks like Blue will be securing overtime here, but it's kind of looking like a wipe. Gerben will be going down to a pipe from Bloop there. So it's just a matter of trying to take this fight and potentially cap this point. Now keep in mind, it is overtime for the Red team. So if they cap this point, there is no consolation. There is no overtime opportunity to recapture that point for Blue. It is just game over. Meaning if you can pressure that cap, then you can force people to stand on it lest they lose the round,
Indeed.
which can put you in a very advantageous position. But Red are very slow to push in. They had a great window here to be taking this fight far before Blue's medic was anywhere near Uber, but they're already at 70% now, so Uber might come into play during this fight actually. And if it does, keep in mind 15 seconds left now for the Blue team. An Uber would almost certainly solidify their position winning this round.
Yeah,
Ooh,
cap is
especially
an
losing
instant
two
win.
from Red. It's just a matter of can they cap this point in time. Down three for
They're
Red.
gonna
Uber
get the
does.
Uber and you.
Yeah, they get the Uber, they use the Uber. And yeah, the cleanup is coming in now. It's just up to a scout and a soldier rolling out. The soldier will not make it to point in time. Yeah, first round goes to Shinzo Abe Memorial.
Indeed, a bit of a choke there, because they did have some chances to be able to steal that one back, but the Shinzo Abe Memorial Fan Club is going to take the... or, not fan club, Memorial team is going to take the early lead.
The last nail in the coffin there was just not taking that dry fight earlier, because they gave Blue the opportunity to get that Uber, and then it was just lights out for them.
Yeah, totally. You see
We're
how
looking at
strong
the new mid.
Ubers are.
Cookie Genius, first one to go down. And with that, so much space from Red as well. They get another pick down 2, and Loop and Sword just backing up on
taking
collective
absolutely
ADHP.
no prisoners this time. They're gonna chase him away in his spawn.
Oh yeah, there's people chasing deep. Okay, and they're both surviving actually, so very good on them not to die for that. It is actually ad for Gerben. Unlikely to come into play here. We do see a bit of a hide here from Greg. Ooh, doesn't get spotted. Might get some good value here. It's
Who
just
knows? Maybe he
lurking
can just
around
kill
in
the soldier.
Saw. Yeah, just trying to get a soldier pick. And
I'm
actually
gonna
jumps
jump away. I like this decision. Meanwhile, Boat is in and dies.
Ooh, I think there was definitely an opportunity for Greg to get more there,
Yeah.
considering they were already pushing without him being spotted. Little Boy does bomb in, but Uber gets popped. It is an exchange. Little Boy's stuck behind, taking a 1v1 here with the E2. Will win the 1v1. In the front lines, though, the Uber for Blue is collapsing completely. Oh, it's just up to Jorinzo to try and salvage the situation, which they do by killing Gerben there. So it will not be disad here for Blue. Might actually be a slight ad, perchance, but oh, Jorinzo is just
The
living.
soldier behind is just
Oh my
causing
God.
chaos.
Okay, it does go down eventually. But yeah, that exchange just turned terrible for Blue. Keep in mind though, with all that happening, all the chaos, all the back and forth, players killing other players, this has only advantaged the red team because they have had control of the point the whole time. They've been taking down their clock the whole time. Greg Club bombing in, getting decent damage onto the med, but not too much. And Wake Up is actually probably stuck in the other team's house. Only 19 HP. It's going to be tough to get out of there. Somehow gets a pick, actually, onto the other team's demo, no less. Will finally go down. Ooh, Boat, quite aggressive here. Is isolated, will go down as well. Down 3 for Red. They have to be careful about where they're standing. Definitely some valuable classes that a scout like Cookie Genius will want to get in on, and that appears to be the case. Ooh, but nice bomb from Greg Club back there to save their medic. Only for the time being, though, as
Gerben does go down.
yeah, the rest of Shinzo Abe Memorial just walk forward, clean up that medic pick, and now 90% Uber roughly for Sword. So
Yeah,
Blue
something
definitely in a position to earn some time back now that they've gotten that first capture.
So the classic strategy here, which I don't think we've brought up yet, is to do a 4-man sacrifice. So obviously Red is in no shape to fight against an Uber, nor are they going to get anytime soon. So they want to send 4 of their guys to try to get the force. They can die, whatever, respawn, and then Red will have the advantage in reverse, at the cost of some time, of course.
And it looks like they actually recognize that and we're bunkered up. A strategy to kind of counter the 4-man, if you're the team that has that ad, is to just hold everyone up in the shed, and we call it bunkering.
So this is
just
so
to
good.
make it
Actually,
less effective.
Greg Club behind could go
Greg is
spawn
behind.
camp the demo.
I think they know. There's players looking back. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jorenzo's looking back. Just sitting on the health pack, gonna be easy to spot. Does get spotted in Valley. And yeah, there's enough people on the case.
Yeah.
We might see Greg get cleaned up here. That does happen. And now Red down a player. Ubers did even out. So we'll see. Ooh, Bloop dying
Great
immediately.
spam. They're gonna use
Scout and Scout and Demo both dying. Jorenzo's in a nice little spot here in the other team's shed, but with only 2 people alive, Medic is going down now. Jorenzo unable to clean up Gerben, so it will be ad for the red team. They do deny the spawn of their scout. Keep in mind, in Koth, when you have the point controlled, you have a longer spawn timer, and that gets introduced when you cap the point. So if you have someone on that shorter spawn timer and you cap the point, you actually delay their spawn and spawn later than they would if you never capped.
Mhm.
Ooh, Greg.
Gotta say, Jorenzo is doing a ton of work behind.
Yeah, just making great opportunistic plays here on Soldier, which is exactly what you want on a map like Clear Cut.
Definitely. Greg Club's gonna go down early. And the
Little boy might be
Uber
soon
gets
to
forward.
follow. Oh,
they're not gonna. Maybe
boy
they
gets
can
a
get the
flash.
cleanup. Yeah, the lock
oh
and
my
load's
God,
gonna come
Sword
up huge.
dies. Well, lock and load is going huge. Clear Cut is a fantastic lock and load map for sure. Oh, and that's just the round actually.
Yeah.
Wow, much more confident round there from Bigweld than the previous, which was double overtime, I believe. All right, looking at another rollout here. Going to be looking at another mid. I got my eyes on Jorenzo this time around. Let's see what they're cooking up. Just opting to play
let's
some
see.
early spam. Dropping down. Might be going for just contesting this height, but kind of loses that damage trade. It's going to have to heal up, get a pack. In the meantime, Cookie Genius shoving the other team's roof. Does get a pick, but will get traded out. At this point, both teams down a player. Even numbers overall. We are seeing Blue Scout begin to pressure this cap. Ooh, Jorenzo eating a rocket there midair. Almost goes down, but is able to survive. And at this point, the cap pressure is a little bit in the favor of Bigweld. Ooh, Greg Club does trade out. Another classic Soldier trade. Both teams at roughly 90%. We might see an Uber in exchange come out sometime soon. Jorenzo almost killing Wake Up there, but will not be able to. And a lot of cap pressure from the red team.
Comes the aggression.
Ooh, the house shove. Jorenzo goes for the air shot, does not connect it. And actually, Cookie Genius and Jorenzo both die for that play. Now down 2. Oh, and the aggression from red. They know they have player advantage. Bomb in from Little Boy gets a ton of damage, but no picks quite yet. But Blue will get cleaned up here by Boat. And with the remaining players from Shinzo Abe out, yeah, a long mid, but first capture does go to Bigweld.
Yeah, kind of just a long, drawn-out fight. Which seems like, they've got a lot of... Or Blue's aggression was a little bit awkward, so Red was just able to kind of kite it and watch what was happening and react really effectively. As I say that, they're gonna get aggressive onto roof. Cookie Genius in on
16
Gerben,
HP.
super low. And here comes
Yeah,
the
the
bomb with the
drop.
drop.
That's so scary, having to milk like that as a med.
Yeah.
Jorenzo's only 4 HP, and Sword 50 HP as well. Okay,
Sword is
so
gonna
counterpop
use-
comes out.
Yeah.
The health on red, yeah, is just not great, so there's probably not going to be a good post. But Greg is in. There's no scout. Scout's starting to fight now. Will win that fight, but suddenly this is... Oh, I think Sword cratered. So he actually did get the med when all is said and done.
Okay, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I was just as I was saying, their health was too bad to see much in the post. It ends up going well regardless. So we are looking at pretty much even Ubers, and we actually do have a heavy here on Cookie Genius. So totally a viable strategy. Just when you
I'm a
have
fan.
control at that point, that heavy can duck back into shed to safety, and it can be a real pain to try and pressure the point against the heavy. The one very big downside here I gotta bring up, of course, is that they're on Tomislav, which means this spam is going to be much more effective against them as opposed to other options. They're going to be less effective damage-wise as well. Actually, they get a pick on the demo, though.
It's like they're just, gonna be really aggressive.
Yeah, down 2 for red. It's going to be very difficult to push this point, especially against a heavy. Who
They
at
do
this
get the
point is getting
Jorenzo
bowed.
pick. And big damage from Little Boy onto point. I mean, just making it really difficult. And the heavy goes down,
Ooh.
so Uber comes out. They're only 75. Wow.
It does come out. We'll see if Sword is caught to this. We'll
Looks
be
like
leaving
no,
main,
they're gonna get out.
Yeah, it will be ad maintained for Shinzo Abe.
An exchange at the point, so maybe worth it for the red
Yeah,
side,
I
but
think
yeah.
they can be happy with that. Hopefully they can just recapture easily with this ad. And the way things are looking right now, Gerben would just be caught to an Uber. We'll see.
Comes the bomb from Greg.
Uber does get
Gets the
popped. Right again. Oh, and Gerben's just kiting deeper in. This medic is caught for sure. and we'll just see who else dies in it because red players are all so aggressive. But Greg gets med in the post-Uber.
Yeah, that's huge.
Man, the number one thing, again, like once you kill their medic, it's only going to be ad if your med lives, so you have to do a good job as well in that post-Uber to make sure to ball up and keep them safe.
Yeah. So, minute time advantage to red team here, Bigweld. They're going to be able to just take a dry fight right away, so let's see where they end up going.
Yep, so 50 seconds left for Bigweld, about a minute and 30 seconds left for Shinzo Abe, so they definitely have some time deficit to get back here. Ubers are going to be
actually
slight
building.
disad, but
it was even. They've just been
yeah.
hard building on red, so maybe they are going to get faster than Czech.
Yeah, building can be
brain.
a big deal, because if the other team doesn't build, you can just straight up manufacture 40 ad out of nowhere, which we're seeing right now. Make that 50 ad.
Yeah, here
so,
comes.
Yeah, Gerben could just use this Uber and play this Uber as though it were ad, even though it should be even, just because they had the foresight to build it out.
Go, go, go! I want them to go so bad.
I don't think they will.
No.
I think they're assuming the other team's building, which by this point they are.
Yeah, but
I think
why?
they heard the other team call that they had Uber and got a little spooked, and they're like,
oh,
no,
yeah,
we need to build this. Uber does get popped, Sword does have in time.
Just in time.
So they were a little slow for that play. Ooh, stickies are scattered everywhere. Let's see. Okay, the death happens.
Good
no big
high ground
kills on
for
it.
red. They're actually going to be able to
Yeah, little boy just raining
take
down
this,
rockets.
looks like.
Bomb in from Jorinzo. Almost going to clean up the demo, but not quite yet. But they're still living behind. Bombing away onto a soldier is somehow still alive, but there are 5 players here with one thing on their mind, and they will
Greg Club
clean up
with the
Jorinzo.
4K.
Yeah, that looked like just a complete soldier feast on all those players just trying to leave doorways quite weak. Okay. So it's going to be ad here for Gerben, and only 20 seconds left on the clock for the red team.
Oh, big!
Oh,
Gets
and
piped from
yeah,
downtown.
catches a football from across the field. I mean, they got lock and loads, no joke on this map.
Here comes Jorinzo trying to salvage. Or no, that was
Oh, they lose their
E2E8.
demo as well. They get the kill on the med. Oh, this is actually
gonna clean it up.
scrappy. It's just up to Greg versus 2 players. Oh wait, this
Greg
is just a med rolling
stands
out.
tall, undefeated.
Yeah, it was a Greg 1v1 on point, which he had a buff as well, so definitely can be confident winning that. And what turned into an extremely scrappy fight into a 1v1, Greg is able to win, and as a result, win the round.
Greg does prevail, so 2-1 now on the side of Bigweld Fan Club. And official. I forgot the official. So if they get this next round, they'll close out the map for this round 2.
Yeah, true.
Blue
yeah, it is
Glow gonna
first
get a
to
bow.
3 here, huh? Yes.
Actually, the red's health is super bad early. Greg
True.
is gonna need a bow. And here comes the bomb from Little Boy. Double bomb across, and the counter
yeah.
bomb's coming
Jorinzo's
across as well.
behind.
Gonna get way
he's
more.
already getting value.
The
Oh my
demo's
god,
getting
these
destroyed by
rockets on the
Jorinzo.
demo.
Jorinzo, yeah.
Oh, and he might get the med too. There's no scout here with the combo, and Jorinzo's just able to feast as a result. Full wipe for red. Yeah, blue definitely showing. They are here to play. They are not done quite yet.
Yeah.
Medic survived as well. We do have the heavy rolling out as well. That did buy them valuable time last time around. So we'll see if that continues to be the case. Yeah, this is a fantastic heavy timing for sure, because you have all the time in the world to roll them out, get them in position. You have the point, so you just want to delay as long as possible. And a 450 heavy is a good way to do that.
Indeed. Yeah, I love heavy on this map. It's really fun. And of course, like, like normally sniper's not very good on this map, but because if they have a heavy, or they're running a heavy a lot, like sniper's really good against heavy, so it's an interesting, you know, rock, paper, scissors almost.
It could make things interesting. for
Greg's
sure.
a little early.
Yeah, it looks like they may have been going for a 4-man.
It's
It
like a
appears
pause.
to be the case. Yeah, and it looks like we're looking at a pause. All right. Well, while we're in this pause, I saw some. No, I don't. I hate that I have to be the guy to keep bringing up Tomislav
Yeah.
all the time.
You don't hate it though. It's your favorite thing, in fact.
But I don't want to be like a one-track record. All right, here's the deal. For all the people being like, nah, Tomislav, like I watched this YouTuber talk about like damage numbers and all this. Listen, literally just equip the Brass Beast for 5 scrims and you will never go back. Here's the thing though, there's a catch because it does rev slower and you move slower. So what you got to do is just don't rev until you're already positioned at or like near where you need to be. Which sounds weird because it's like, oh, but I'm not doing damage. But like your job as a heavy on last is not damage is important, don't get me wrong, and the Brass Beast supplies that in surplus, let me tell you. But it's largely just being that guy with all that health that the guys need to look at and shoot.
Mhm.
And the fact that you get a damage resist is just monumental to that degree.
Yeah.
There's so many times where even in this preseason already, where my scouts have, well, my scout that runs Brass Beast has survived last pushes with like 50 HP, 70 HP, like 30 HP thresholds where I don't know if 70 you're dying or not, but definitely in thresholds where that damage resist makes you live.
Yeah.
It's just very, very good. So
On top
try
of
it out
getting
for
bow
sure.
tanked. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Just
Arrow tanking a Brass Beast is just, I don't know what you can even do against it. It's okay. We
Who's
are
the
unpaused here. Tomislav does get a kill, shockingly. I'm joking. It still does damage, but less than everything else. Okay, I'm done. Yeah, heavy is a good play to have here. And we saw a good example of why just there. You have to really be careful about how you approach these fights because of just the potential damage output, and it's just such a meat wall.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely difficult for them to even approach this because like they seem to just be playing passive, which
Yeah.
isn't the right call.
Yeah,
but I
you
think
need to make something happen for
Yeah.
sure. So they are bombing in a soldier, but Greg Club. Oh my God, just that
Club.
what a surf away. Landing there to avoid fall damage. Ubers do get popped. Better Uber for blue. And with this carpet splitting off the demo, yeah, this demo's looking mighty caught, and that seems to be exactly what's happening. This heavy again, just proving just a massive thorn in Red's side, just because not only because they're approaching it in this manner that is not working, but also like, did you see how long it took them to be like,
Yeah.
okay, well, like, what do we actually do here? And you know,
As
making
they're-
them take that time and stalling them is also just runs for the objective. Ooh. And actually, this is where the tack pause was for the red team, so they really wanted to figure out what was going on, talk things over.
Was it
and
tactic-
immediately they focused down, I think it may have been, immediately focused down the heavy, and immediately get a ton of cap pressure. Oh, another pick as well. They may have just sorted themselves out. Oh my God, the spam. It's a complete nuke inside of... the drop as well! To the lock and load, no less. Oh my God.
got synced by a rocket and a pipe.
Let this be a perfect example of taking those tack pauses and just taking those times to talk things over, but more importantly, just kind of like reset the mental and like let loose any frustrations, just approach with a fresh perspective, I guess,
Yeah.
on the game. It can really make all the difference. That being said, still a monumental comeback for Red ahead of them, because they have a full 2.5 minutes to get back, whereas Blue only has 15 seconds. So yes, they do have ad right now. Yes, things are looking nice. They have the point, but that can go wrong very quickly, and it starts here with just a force on the 4-man. E2A E8 is living behind, and I'm not sure if the red team knows about this.
Yeah, I don't think so. It seems like they're looking for a lost soldier, but
Maybe.
don't
Okay,
quite-
there
they
is
spotted
boat
him
is
now.
looking behind. Yeah, so okay, surely they know at this point. Yeah, they are well aware. But now it's ad for the blue team, and if they can get this point, then 15 seconds with an Uber should be more than enough to lock out this round. Let's see, bomb in now from E2 from behind. Gets good damage. Oh my god, the Gerben Surf's almost able to survive, but against 2 soldiers, there's only so much you can do. Uber does get popped from the blue team, and it's looking mighty good for them. It's really just up to wake up here. Trying to get something. Could have potentially got bloop there, but will get cleaned up just before that. And I also want to point out that my prediction of 4-2 is impossible because it's first to 3, which I did not realize. Typically, it's first to 4 in a lot of matches and things, which understandably you want a shorter game here. But yeah, we're looking at 2-2. This will be the final round. Whoever wins this takes it all.
I love me a deciding round. Yeah, I think I'd like to see Red not let the heavy get set up. They are gonna bring the heavy to mid.
Interesting. I don't like it.
I think he's gonna be unspotted in house and actually wreck.
Maybe, yeah. To use the Buffalo Stake to roll out actually a recently unbanned weapon. I think Heavy's just bad at taking the point, great at defending it. Although that being said, this demo just, the demo just hard peeking that makes things so risky. Because Red can pressure the point adequately and just spam out this Heavy. I think. Oh my god!
From Little Boy. Just
immediately cleaning up demo and med. At this point, it's just a matter of keeping your own heals alive, but Shinzo has other things to say about that. Gets the clean bomb in. Heavy does go down, but at what cost? And now, both these players are quite weak. This scout could clutch up. 6 HP, gets 1 pick. Next scout. Oh my god. Oh my god, clutch. I've been avoiding saying his name the whole match, but after that he deserves to be called Shinzo Abe. I suppose. Bomb in from E2 cleans up a soldier there.
Still no cap yet, by the way.
Yeah, this is still technically the mid fight, which is crazy. Both medics have died.
3 picks on the side of
so yeah,
Red
should be. But look at this trap here next to the point. The med's right on it. Oh my god. Oh, it does get spotted. Okay, it gets knocked around. It will not kill anyone. Oh man, that was so scary.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, so Red finally capped the point. They've burned a good 15 seconds so far. But again, this is where the round really starts because at this point the round is on a timer. We will see. Oh, Bloop dying immediately. That's going to throw away any aggressive ideas that Shinzo Abe had here, as they're just going to pretty much just have to wait for this demo spawn. Ooh, bomb in from Little Boy, landing on bats, is actually committing for the med. Gets good damage on both scouts, but will not be able to get anything. But losing that pick here, that definitely opens the door for Blue that was previously shut from that demo dying.
Speaking of opening the door, I got to do that for 30 seconds.
Oh, absolutely. Uber gets popped here. Red has the Uber, so we might see a counter pop here. They're actually holding this. I'm not sure. Oh, actually, Sword dies in the post, so I can understand holding that. Cookie Genius does ultimately get the force, and might get focused down and cleaned up here. Ooh, this is a scary post-Uber positioning from Gerben. Lorenzo's in clean. Oh my god, Gerben's goated with these. With this movement. Oh, other scouts in. Gerben is built different, man. This guy's got the movement. That's saved his life multiple times.
Totally. It's nice little strafes here.
Oh, E2 is in.
Oh,
but that will finally put the nail in the coffin. That being said, though,
that's a long spawn. Actually, they're gonna have like 65, 70 ad nearly.
Assuming they build, which they have not been. They might incident.
Sorry,
and Greg Club just decides, nope, I don't care. Keep in mind, 2 minutes have been burned from Red.
Yeah.
Blue has not capped yet, so even though like things have been going, well, things were looking poor for them with that disad, even without killing the med there, which they were able to do. It's still just such a massive advantage to have right now.
Yeah, definitely.
So at this point, all they really have to do is just play to flip-flop this point back and forth, because ultimately it's gonna, E2 going down there.
It's a nice entry pick. Nothing special from the blue side. They're gonna play towards the bunker.
Yep, looks like Greg bombing in, gets a pick though. Ooh, and they're bunkered up without Uber and without Ad as well. So they're just not in a position to contest point. Should be very easy for Red to get this capture and start ticking down this clock even more in their favor. At this point, 40 seconds left, so Ubers will come into play by the time that hits 0. Ooh, Wake Up dying in Killbox gives Blue some type of opening here. We'll see. 30 seconds left now. I would not be surprised if Red secures some overtime here, potentially. They are bunkered up, but it is even Uber's. Uber gets popped out from Blue. Red's perfectly safe, though. They don't have to pop. They do now.
Great use.
Ooh, that one needs to get flashed. 5 HP.
Clutch
that is
flashes,
so he's walking forward on 5
down.
HP. He feels invincible even when he is not. 5 seconds left. So Red will be securing some overtime, but I think they will be wiping for it as well. It's just a matter of whether Sword can survive or not, and that seems to be the case that they do. So some Ad to work with, but with 2.5 minutes left on the clock and overtime for Red, they definitely have their work cut out for them. Because unlike last time around where they waited until Uber came into play, they can wait until Uber comes into play and take that fight and still have time left to take another fight if they wipe. It's just such a cushion for them. So we will see. They're starting to approach through Killbox now, and Blue is bunkered up. Excellent opportunity for Red to start pressuring this cap, force them out onto the point, and just hit them with some big splash damage. Nice trap,
blown up.
Okay, they lose 3 for
it's
it.
Actually trouble.
A force makes this still good for Blue. Oh, but they don't even get that.
Get it. Yeah.
Oh, and suddenly
it's
looking like
game.
Shinzo has some life in them. Keep in mind, 1:40 still very difficult, but with how fast Red has been on these, or rather how slow they've been on these approaches, definitely doable. So we will see. 1:25 remaining. Yeah, and they're just so slow to enter.
Just a traditional 4-man would totally be acceptable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here.
And if that last play, if they just hadn't committed their medic in 4-man instead, looks like they're bombing both soldiers in. It's as though they want to 4-man.
Gonna go down. This looks
really good. Yeah, they do get the demo. They get a scout as well, and they get the force, and all the cap time. This is looking so great. Gerben does commit.
The boat movement here.
Jorenzo's in a nice spot. Bombing in on the med now. Just trying to neutralize that disad. And we'll be able to clean up that pick.
Oh my!
But with all this cap time, let's see what's going on the point. Wake Up goes down on the point. Both these soldiers are so weak, though.
Should be an easy cleanup for Reg Club.
There's a scout here. Will eat a ton of damage, and oh my god, just a sliver of cap time left. Red were that close to winning the round, but again, on like the 4-man play, just committing those heals, getting them caught. Suddenly it's all kind of up in the air. So with this amount of cap time, though, and those soldier spawns are slow, Red needs to be fast here. They're playing off very thin margins, and they're just taking their time. Okay, they do get through. They are through Killbox, and immediately just spamming and pressuring this point would be fantastic for them. Like, look at the damage that Blue is forced to take. Blue is almost dead. Oh, but they lose 2. This is going to be double overtime. So much damage on point for both teams. Gerben on 40 HP is just walking around on point, and it's looking. It's too early to call. It's a scout 1v1. A fitting end here. Better health. Excuse me, better health on Red, but no longer.
But
oh my god,
the spawners are coming.
There are spawners on the way, and they might. Oh my god, the scout gets another kill.
But that's gonna be it. They're not gonna get
Cookie Genius is gonna get on point time. He could have been body blocked. Oh my god, 4 HP on both. Will lose the fight. Cookie Genius is taunting, but dies to the medic. Medic on point now. Double soldier bomb. One of them dies. Oh my god, Sword is in. Sword is getting his fair share of medic kills. And it's looking like at the end of all things. Probably a good 40-second overtime. And it's gonna be Bigweld winning the map.
Dude, I cannot. Our cap producer's losing it right now.
That was quite a map there, to say the very least.
Oh my.
Also, probably a word of warning against taunting in the middle of a double overtime situation with spawners rolling out.
Just the Yeti cancel.
So we saw a scout win multiple 1v1s in a row on like single-digit HP. We saw both medics get kills. Man, you really only see those just spawn wave after spawn wave just fighting each other on the point in a double overtime situation on a map like Bagel, where the spawn timers are like
Yeah.
way shorter and it's way easier to roll out. But yeah, that was crazy.
Are we going to
Um,
Discord for an
we
interview?
are, and actually, you can go ahead and run that. I'll still join Discord regardless, but I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, I'd love a break after this. Hello. It's just me this time.
That's fine. I don't mind.
Excellent. Well,
What?
yeah, dude. What did you think? Can you just run me through that final sequence? What did you make of that?
I was sitting there, like, moving more than I think I have while watching a video game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I was edge of my seat. I was off the edge of my seat. I stood back up, got back on my seat. I mean, that was ridiculous. That was actually so crazy.
I don't think I've ever seen something like that before. So,
Man killing the scout. Dude, it's everything.
so do you think this was a big performance from Gerben? We had a lot of good things to say. And of course, coming up clutch with the arrow at the end, of course, on a stationary target, but still.
Well, I miss those all the time. So
yeah, what's your team assessment here? What did you like? What did you think you could improve going forward?
well, I know that. So in this sort of environment, right? Like a single soldier sack has probably like 90% success rate,
Yeah.
right? And the fact that my med was dodging and weaving and bobbing and doing all the things that they could do, live through at least 3 or 4 sacks there really does make the difference. Great play from them. I love the lock and load. That's hilarious. It's just they didn't even see it coming, and neither did our demo. Just kind of accidentally hitting players because the game is great. I will say we've had some struggles with, I guess, like taking initiative on Koth, right? Like,
it's a little
do
slow.
we build in? Yeah, it's the build in yard versus just go in and fight the 6v6 type of thing. And I felt like that last round, at some point about halfway through, they took attack pause, and I noticed immediately after the attack pause, they were just running in, like no fear, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They must have discussed like, hey, we got to get some time off on the clock here, right?
Yeah, I think that was a big change.
So yeah, I think they adjusted well, they played well. I mean, I'm got to be proud of my team. They're great.
Hello.
Is that Wild Rumpus that I heard?
It is.
What do you think of the lock and load?
I like it for sure. It was putting in some good work. I was kind of just dumbstruck when they were in their own yard, just spamming over bats, and somehow just killed the demo.
I have no idea where the demo was. I wasn't on his cam. I was just paying attention to something else in the STP. But yeah,
lock and load was cool to see. They were able to, what I think was actually quite cool. Obviously, like the highlight was the final round super double overtime. But I do want to direct some attention towards the being down a ton of time, taking the tack, and then suddenly like mounting a huge comeback against the heavy. Because I thought it was very cool that they took that time, talked things over, figured out what their problem was, and then were able to just capitalize.
Yeah, during our first match on Process, there was a time where they could have taken a tactical pause and chose not to, or I guess didn't think to. And I was like, okay, this next map, if you ever get into a situation where you don't, like, you're falling apart or whatever, you need to regroup, recuperate, go ahead and use it because it's there for a reason, right? Like, just re-strategize, come back, and they did just that. I'm very, very happy with that.
Yeah, I think like pause meta, I guess, is a thing now because RGL is no longer using a config with built-in halftime. So I think I'm of the opinion that anytime you lose a game, you lose a match without having taken a pause, then that's probably a missed opportunity from you. Just to use that resource, try and make something work.
Totally agree.
And by the way, Greg Club. I always like that name. He types it in chat after he gets like a kill or something.
Nice.
It's always so funny.
Greg Club.
Yeah, and shout out to our
please.
ringer as well.
Who's your ringer?
Our second soldier, Mr. Little Boy Nuke or whatever. Yeah. We've had some normal, I guess, having to get ringers type of thing, but they stepped up and they played with our team well. It was good.
Excellent.
Yeah, that seems to be generally the kind of the case in something like this, where not everyone has as much availability. But it's cool to just get people to play when they can, and also have more subs with the opportunity to get some playtime, just get a taste for sixes.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, I think my team has their next match. I'm gonna go. Well, probably maybe see if they need another rigger or something. But I'm gonna go talk to them. So thanks for the interview, and GG's.
Thanks again. GG's. I'm gonna. Hey, I'm just gonna take a quick break while the next match gets set up. I need to get some food.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. See you guys soon.
Italian.